All right. So here's the deal. Got a bit of a rough week. In addition to finding out I had cancer last Friday, Monday night at work, I dislocated my left shoulder. Pretty bad enough where I had to go to the emergency room to get it put back in. And I'm off work now. So I've got like a little bit more free time than usual. I wouldn't normally be streaming at 1:12 p.m. on a Thursday. And we got Distant World's Speed Bowl, Distant Bowl coming up. And there's no way in hell I'm not going to participate. I'm gonna find a way. So, contingency is I'm either A, going to do it one-handed with my HOTAS, or B, I'm going to learn controller and stick, because I can't really use my, I can't really flex my right arm right now to do the throttle. I mean, I probably could. It'd be really freaking weird. But I'm thinking I can do this one-handed. I'm thinking I'm that good at flying. So I'm going to head back to Explorer's Anchorage and get this thing, like, not in mining trim, get it back in Explorer trim, buckyball it out to the place you need to be, and drop in a few times, see how I do. So I figured might as well document my practice runs, and this is a pretty easy way to do it. So yeah, we'll get her going now. I'm all doobly dooed out. Yeah, this is gonna be absolutely hilarious. Hey, Baze. So, I don't know if you heard my little spiel I just said. If you missed it, I'll repeat it. But I'm flying one-handed with my HOTAS right now. Because of reasons. Just got here? Okay, so here's the thing. I don't know if you knew when we were playing. Yeah, I'm one-handed right now. First off, did you know I have cancer? Did you know that? That's revelation the first. Okay, I tweeted that out on Sunday, I think, so it's not like super new news. Well, I guess it kind of is because it's freaking Thursday already, or it's old news, I should say, oldish in terms of the internet. All right, so here's the deal. I got that, and then I've also on Monday dislocated my shoulder during work. Dislocated my left shoulder. So I had to go to the emergency room to get it put back in. And I've got it in a immobilizer. So I can't really, I can like use my hands. I can't be like flexing my arm out though. So I am literally flying one-handed because I'm just that good. I have to like cross over to use the throttle. And what I'm thinking of doing is I can hold a controller. So what I might do is instead of like take the throttle completely out of the equation and go controller and stick until I get better. And that might be a thing. And that's actually going to kind of train me for dual stick, which I was thinking of going anyway. And Sandra like really wants me to go dual stick because he does dual stick, flies this stuff all the time, and I totally get how to do it. And I think I can train myself on the controller to do it. I'll be using my left hand on the controller, right hand on the stick. And so yeah, I don't need voice attack commands. I'm too good for voice attack commands. I don't want to set them up. I'm dead serious. I think I can bind everything I need to the left side of an Xbox controller and my stick. I can have everything I need. I'm not even joking. I was actually thinking about doing that anyway at some point. Just to try it out in case people were interested. I mean, shit, Zamarco, he flies FA off on the Xbox One with the Xbox controller. So it's completely doable on just the controller. But I already have my nice bind set up on my stick. I can just kind of like overlap some bindings on a controller, and then also I'll just use the controller for SRV driving. and see if I can like get back up to PvP spec with that. And if not, I'll just take it easy and fly the next few months doing you know, just distant world stuff. I can fly distant worlds on my HOTAS one-handed easy. It's like it's not hard to fly for exploration. And I can actually actuate some of the buttons I need on my throttle, like my hotkey for going 75%. I can just kind of like lean into it. It's super awkward, but it works. It's basically, I just got to make sure I don't move my left arm like out. You know what I'm saying? Because that can aggravate it and put it back into you know, popping out again. But yeah, I totally think I can speed bowl one-handed with my HOTAS, because I really don't touch much while I'm speed bowling. I just got to get myself set up initially, and then after that it's mainly just like vertical thruster control, which I have set up. I have that on a analog dial. I can do that one-handed. All I just could use modulate that and keep my pitch level. So I totally think I can do the speed bowl contest this weekend and be competitive still. But normally I wouldn't be streaming right now. Normally I would be. This is gonna be wicked interesting, dude. I'm gonna be like a freaking. I'm gonna be a. I don't know what you call it, a pioneer in this controller setup. You know, maybe it could help someone else who's having similar issues, and I could just be like, you know, someone testing out these keybinds. So yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be interesting. Be a good experience. I don't think I'm going to be competitive PvP right away. I think once I get the controller figured out how I want my thrusters to be, I have an idea of what I want to do with my thrusters. And I think once I figure that out, it's actually going to be pretty effective. So we'll see how that goes. But this will be my first docking one-handed. Well, technically, I'll call it. It's not exactly one-handed because I can still kind of use my other hand, but I'm gonna like be not trying to use it very much, at risk of like, you know, aggravating anything. But yeah, I'm off on workers' comp now, which is the thing. First time that's ever happened in my life. But this has been like, you know, a chronic issue for me with this shoulder, like ever since I was in grade school, and this is the worst time it ever popped out, and it was out for like 3 hours before they got it back in. It sucked. Like some of the worst pain. Speedbowl? Have you never heard of Speedbowl? Are you kidding me? Alright, so Speedbowl is when you go really fast without being in Super Cruise. Thank you, Mr. Crate, for making away. Appreciate it. Yeah, so we gonna go fast. Tater's gonna show you how it's done. So I'm just using my get that level out there. So now I'm just using my right hand. Yeah, dude, it's not fun. It is not fun. So I am basically off of work now because I cannot fly an airplane with this shoulder the way it is. Hey, no problem. Flight assist on, easy modu. Easy modu one-handed. Like, I'm so good at flight assist off now, it's like stupid easy. I probably could have done it flight assist off, but I'd rather take it easy here and not have to like use all my brain cells. Let's sell these limpets, and I was out water mining, and I missed turning them in for the CG, so I could have gotten a few more, get a little bit more liquid oxygen. Oh, you did, Ty? I saw you over there, dude. You gonna be over there for a minute, or did you go big boom? Did you go big boom, Ty? Let's go outfitting. I need to get this baby back in exploration trim. Oh, dude, what is that? I haven't heard of that. That sounds like it sucks though, dude. Sell that. Not gonna need it. I can buy refineries here. Don't need that. Oh, nice. 6 runs, no rebuy. Nice, dude. I'm gonna store that because I don't think I can get one here. Prospect Olympic. Actually, gonna store that because I don't think I can get an A class here. Transfer. I need FSD booster. Yeah, dude, I'm hoping to be able to still set a competitive time. Even doing it one-handed. And I'm going to just make this exploration trim because I hit my max speed even in exploration trim, so it's like it doesn't even matter what my modules are. I'm just putting everything back together, essentially. I'm going to go repair Olympic controller, yes, in case I got to do some hull sealing. Because I am technically a hull seal. Did my training mission already. What else did I do? Auto field maintenance unit. Yes, there we go. That's cool. Alright, I think that's what I got. And then I got to get rid of these guys. And I can buy these all here, so I'm not really super worried about storing these. And I gotta do each animation because, you know, you can't just, like, get rid of it. So yeah, that's kind of what's happening in the life of Tater right now. Just waiting to hear back from, I was originally going to do my colorectal surgery with a guy that's more local to where I'm living, but I'm thinking I should probably go for, like, a place that's got, like, a really, really good reputation. So I'm going to go to Roswell Park in Buffalo, I believe, because family's had a good track record. That I believe my grandmother went there for her breast cancer surgery and stuff like that. So I think I'm gonna go up there, and there's a better chance, like, if they have any, like, experimental stuff, that I'd be able to get in on that, even though it should be, like, fairly routine as far as cancer goes. I'm gonna only put 1 mining lance on here. So I'm gonna do that, and then also while I'm up there, I'm getting appointments set up with a orthopedics place that does all the sports injuries for, like, the Buffalo Bills and the Sabres and all the big sports teams up there. So ideally that'll be a good reputable place to do shoulder surgery. Oh, hey Sadie, how's it going? This is gonna be hilarious because I'm doing this one-handed. I don't know how late you came in, Sadie, but, like, my left arm's kind of out of commission. So I'm gonna try this with the HOTAS, and then also I think after this, because I think I can do this one-handed, and then after this, I think to be able to still do PvP stuff, I'm gonna learn controller and stick, and it'll basically be about the same idea as doing a dual stick setup. You know what I'm saying? So I think I'll be able to pull it off pretty good. Oh, vaping. I'm reading this now. Ooh. Yeah, one hand. Yeah, give Prime and I know. I don't need the handicap category. I'm gonna be competitive with this. I'm gonna be competitive with this. I'm gonna be competitive. Yes, the work will pay for the surgery, and I basically get, like, I'm gonna max out on the pay because of my normal pay is, like, I'll basically max out on the stuff, which actually kind of works out. It's a little serendipitous because this is something I've been dealing with, like, since I've been, like, literally the first time it happened was in, like, 2nd grade. I was gonna, like, throw a punch at a guy and my arm popped out and I popped it back in. And it's probably happened like 30 times since then. So I was gonna be off for cancer stuff anyway, so I'm gonna be off for like 3 months for this shoulder. You know, so it's gonna kind of work out. It's definitely gonna cover all my bills and stuff. Hey man, I'm not trying to game the system or anything. This is a legit thing that happened. I didn't want it to happen, but it happened. You know. So this is going to kind of work out. I'll get some pay while I'm dealing with both this and my cancer surgery too. What else do I need? All right, thanks Ray. I'll catch you later, dude. Okay, I think I got everything I need. And what's my boost speed? Let's go. Oops, I don't want hard points. I want core internal. Top speed. Yeah, 590 is my max for the crate. Phantom. So total mass current is 556. Let's see what the thrusters. Minimum mass is 630. So I am well under my minimum mass. So basically, even with all my exploration stuff, Ty, it doesn't matter, dude. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, Ty, because I am below my minimum mass. I already meet everything. See, my optimal mass is that. I'm already well below my. I'm already below. Oh, does it? Oh, okay. All right. I'll do that then. I can just go ahead and store that. I guess it'll save on rebuy too, potentially. Shit, I don't need my... I gotta keep my repair limpets though, because I'm a hull seal. In case someone's gotta puts up the seal signal. I'm not too worried about it, dude. Like I don't care about the braking. I can take as long as I need to brake. Honestly. AMFU doesn't take any weight. DSS, I'll just leave that in there just in case. It doesn't take up much weight. I'll be good on this. I'll be good. But I should have a higher jump range than this. What did I do? Oh, I know what I did. I got a Guardian Hybrid Power Distributor. I'm gonna transfer that out. There's my jump range. There's my jump range. I found it. I found my jump range. Yeah. I don't know. I've got pretty low mass for a crate though, dude. I got pretty low mass for a crate. Excuse me. And this is like 5 tons. I don't know. I mean, I guess I could take it out, but I'm technically a hull seal. I'd like to be like able to go. This is only 1.3 tons. That's not that much. I'll be fine. I got my max multipliers. Oh no, dude! Vaping. Have you never done a speedball? You never done a speedball, dude? You know what speedballing is? All the coolest pilots in the galaxy do speedball. Oh, this is a mistake. I shouldn't have clicked that because this always takes forever. Why is this like this? Well, this is fine. I'm gonna let you watch this little thing spin. Well, Sadie, you're gonna get like, dude, Sadie, you're gonna get like kind of a master class because I've been taught by 2 of the best, Primetime and Sanderling. Yeah, exactly, because of Anchorage. All right, I need to take a quick break. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab myself a beverage. A plater. Yeah, dude, Primetime's really good at it. The thing is, you don't need to. I don't think you need to do some of the stuff that he does. I'm gonna make this a bit more simplified version because I'm gonna be doing this one-handed. Yeah. So I'll be right back. Hold on to your hats, ladies and gents. I'll be right back. Yeah, Sadie. Some people don't map everything. I actually have some pretty unique binds for doing stuff. Ooh, hey, I got one. There you go. So later, if you just got here, you probably missed the little news. I dislocated my shoulder Monday night, and I'm off on workers' comp, and I'm probably gonna have to have surgery on my shoulder in addition to the cancer surgery. So right now I'm playing one hand and my shoulder's like in an immobilizer, and my arm's in an immobilizer, my left arm. No, I wish, dude. I wish. That would be nice if that was all it was. But it was actually like, had to go to the emergency room to get my shoulder put back in the socket. You know? Alright, so I got this. Gear and boost. Because we still do that. We still go fast. Even one-handed, we still go fast. Alright. Boop, boop, boop. Galaxy map. There we go. DistantBowl. Well, I was switching planes Monday night, and I was holding up the cargo door with my bad arm, with my known bad arm, and it popped out, and it popped out bad, like the worst I've ever. Like, I've had it like pop out, and I've been able to always get it back in. I couldn't get it back in, and I was like, oh shit. So I walk into the FBO. It's fixed base operator. It's like basically like they do the fuel service and stuff like that. I walk in, I'm like, hey, can you guys help me get off my shirt? My arm came out of the socket, and I'm like trying to get it back in, and it might be easier without all these clothes on. It's like, can you help me get my shirts off? Because I wear layers because, you know, Buffalo and it's cold. So I did that, and they didn't realize what was going on until they saw my freaking arm hanging out. I got pictures of it. If any of y'all are interested, I can post it on a Discord. I took selfies of my arm out of its socket. It's great. 9 jumps, that's not too bad. So yeah, 3 hours later, finally in the emergency room, they sedate me and get it back in. It freaking hurt. Freaking hurt. They're like, scale of 1 to 10, how much pain? 10. 10 on the pain. Every time the thing freaking spasmed like it was trying to go back in. Ugh, that was bad. Yeah, yes, I won't suggest subject any of y'all to that. But like, this has been going on since I was pretty young. Like, never this bad. This is like definitely the worst. Yeah, Turgeon. So yeah, that's the worst I've ever had it for sure. So yeah, now I'm off till I can probably get I'm gonna need surgery on it to make sure it doesn't happen again. Otherwise, like, if this keeps happening, I'm gonna end up with like joint damage or something like that. You know? Ooh, that elbow! Ooh, the elbow! Are you kidding? Ugh! Dude. That's, whew. I'd almost say that's even worse, honestly. The elbow? Ooh. Or the people that bend their knee backwards? Good. No thank you. Can't watch that. Don't want to watch that. So yeah, this ain't too bad. I mean, I don't have the jumpiest jump range, but it's still getting over here fairly quick. We'll see if I can't blow up. Now, I don't think we need to start from any particular place on this planet, I believe. It's just an altitude window. I think I have played her. He's doing like a side kick. Like he's, I don't know what you call it. I mean, you know more because you were like into that. Like, you know probably the technical term for the type of kick, but it's kind of like where he's coming around his leg from the side. Are we gross? We're gonna gross Turgeon out. Maybe we should stop the combo. Low round kick. Okay, yeah. And he just like kicks the guy and his leg just. I think I've seen that video before. Oh, dude, vaping. That's not fun. We should probably stop talking about that so Turgeon doesn't like puke. Ugh. But for now, I'm better as long as I don't like try to move my arm away from my body. So I have to be like really careful showering and stuff, and I'm in an immobilizer basically to keep my arm from moving around. So yeah, I'm doing all this one-handed basically. No! I haven't snapped an Achilles tendon, thankfully. I rolled my ankle once. Watching cricket? Ooh. 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 That's bad. Well, now I don't feel too bad because, like, I dealt with it. The thing coming out. But yeah, well, at least now, like, it's kind of serendipitous because I'm actually, now that I'm off work for this, I'm taking my time getting the best cancer care provider I can. So I got time to, like, run back from my place up to Buffalo, go for appointments for that. Because, I mean, the guy that was going to do the surgery initially could probably do a fine job, but I'd rather have it be at like a dedicated cancer facility that is like a good reputation in the area, you know, and then like if there's any experimental things they can do, they'd have access to that because they're a dedicated cancer care facility, you know. So this is I've never broken someone's ribs. Have you broken someone's ribs, Flater? Okay, Sadie, you want a new topic? I'm down for a new topic. We can get away from the body breakingness. Jesus, vaping. What are you into, like the real like heavy BDSM stuff? Like, is that your deal? Is that your jam? Does that make you pre? Yeah, I bet you would, dude. I wouldn't want to fight you, Plater. I wouldn't want to fight you. I'm not a fighter, but you are. 3 jumps, not teabag. Oh God, Jesus Christ. Oh God. Only Clive can fight Player, yeah. Clive gives no chainsaws, so he's like meow, meow, meow. And Player's like, Clive, quit being a shit. That's not a good Player accent. But you get it. I can't do all the nuances of the British accent. The regional dialects, the regional accents. But I know Plater will appreciate this music right now because Plater's a man of culture and likes Macross. Staring at you confused. Oh God. Tell you what though, Clive is one handsome man. He's a very handsome cat. Very, very handsome cat. I think this is the system right here. I wasn't really paying too much attention to my jumps, but I think this is the system. Ideally, I won't have to rebuy to come out here. So, okay, we start at 200 kilometers. You have to get below 10 kilometers, and anything under that is kind of like your own discretion, basically. Okay, one more jump. I was close. But I'm not bothering to scan any of this stuff in case I do rebuy. Yeah, dude, Plater, there is a dub. There's an English dub that I watched on, what was it? Crackle, which is was like a service that Sony had, and it was an app I downloaded on my Xbox 360, and it had some like free shows and stuff on it. And Macross is one of them. It was an English dub, but they didn't call it Robotech, which was like, I was cool with that. And they didn't use like the Americanized names and stuff, which I was cool with that. But I can't find it. Like, I can't, it's not on Amazon. That's like the only place I've ever found it. And I think Vic Mignogna did Hikaru. And they had the Japanese VA for Minmay. And there's like a bunch of other, you know, like the typical English good voice actors for it. But I can't find it. I can't figure out what that dub is. And it was a good dub, because they didn't Americanize it, and I'm a big fan of that. But I don't know, just picky about my anime. All right, so which planet is this? Which planet is this? Events. Where's my events? Crow's put a good post together on the FleetCon thing. Okay, so it's AB2. So there's people that have been here, so I'm just going to assume I don't have to do any scanning. AB, right? AB2. It's got rings, I know that. So I think that's our planet right there. That's our planet right there, so we're going to go to that. We're going to go to that boy. There we go. Get 75% throttle there. Yeah, so this should work. And I think you can just kind of start from anywhere. Okay, last screenshot submitted, blah, blah, blah. No limitations on technique as long as you stay in normal space and start below 200 kilometers. Finish altitude must be below 10 kilometers. So it's not like Bumbelli where we actually had a target, which was really fun to have an actual target of it. But this one, I think we can just kind of do it wherever. Which is like wicked sweet. I think I might... Oh, okay, so I just did a normal scan and that's it? Really? I didn't have to probe this thing? Does it give me all the info? Oh, because that's from the... It's not a map, that's from the FSS. Okay, 4Gs. Yep, that's it. This is our boy right here. This is our boy. Alright, I can just kind of reach up. I guess I can kind of do this two-handed still. I just have to be very careful with how I'm using my left arm. To like move my torso to move my arm, to move my hand basically. I can kind of get this. But once I get dropped in, I can basically do the whole Speedbowl one-handed. Ooh, that actually might be a really nice spot to do it. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. See that crater over there off to the left? I'm going to aim for that. Might not work, but it could work. And I'm just going to go ahead and turn on night vision now just because I'm going to be near that side of the planet. I'm just going to come in here nice and slow. Get myself set up. Just kind of using this to kind of look over that way. Because the button that I use for my look, actually I could just use my mouse, look at that. Yeah, I kind of want to head that way. This should be fine. Yeah, that's a good crater to aim for right there. Orbital cruise. And I'll get to about 200 kilometers. I don't know what the drop point's going to be. It's probably going to be a little higher than 200. This could be, that crater could be a good one, good spot. So basically I'm going to get myself stabilized in flight assist on, and then kick flight assist off, keep myself level with the horizon, and manage my thrusters from there. And it should be able to do what I need to do after that without having to put any pitch inputs in, because I'm not really worried about hitting a specific target, so I'm not going to have to make many corrections. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Don't have to make many corrections. Boom, drop right there. That's 200 kilometers. Get myself all set up nice there. Extra points if you attain level flight between 50 and 100 meters. I could probably do it. It's pretty straightforward. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and... Well, I'm streaming. I don't really need to hit a record button. I can always pull it off the stream. And this is a practice run anyway, so it's like not that big of a deal. So here we go. I'm going to go forward thrust, 0 that, boost, flight assist off, get boosting again. Alright, and we're accelerating, which is good. So now I'm starting to add the vertical thrust in, dial that baby in. It's full vertical thrust now till everything kind of starts slowing down. But we're looking like it's climbing really nice. It's doing a really nice speed right now. I'm losing quite a bit of altitude, but it's looking... This is just practice vaping, and I can pull the screenshot from the stream. I can go back and watch the stream and pull the screenshot. But we're not taking scores till tomorrow and Saturday. So I'm not like super worried about this. This is just practice. Alright, so I want to keep that number scrolling real nice. So I'm going to reduce a little bit of vertical thrust. I really wish I had an on-screen display for this stuff, which would be kind of nice, but I don't. Yeah, dude, you definitely want to stop at Explorer's Anchorage so you have like a good save point. You know what I'm saying? I notice, okay, it's a little bit pitched up right now, but I mean, it should be okay because this is very much dependent on just your vertical thrusters and stuff. It should be fine the way I'm doing it. I'm still getting quite good acceleration. I mean, granted I am losing a lot of altitude, but I got a pretty good speed relative to my altitude, I think. So I'd like to hit 4,000 at least. That's kind of like my goal. That's what Primetime says is attainable. I think I should be hitting at least 4,000. Considering at Bombelli we hit 4,500-ish. I think Sandling was like 4,600 something. I can't remember the exact number, but that was a 5G world from the same altitude. We should get pretty close to 4,000 on this guy. So far so good. It's looking pretty decent. Just trying to modulate my thrusters here, and see the thing is actually naturally pitching up on its own. I'm not touching anything. So I might have to make some pitch corrections, but at the same time, if I don't need to, I won't. You know, because this is still kind of accelerating pretty good. The frame stuttering, which so you think you're changing your ship would affect your frames? What kind of ship did you change into? Yeah, this is actually looking pretty nice so far. I feel like I'm a little bit... Okay, yeah, I need to go full thrust for a little bit. That's definitely picking me up more speed. I mean, I'm going to take this down to like right at the surface. I gotcha. Type 10's a good choice. It's a big boy right there. Big boy, good explorer. I think if I took a different ship other than the Phantom, it'd be the Beluga. I'm kind of a big fan of the beluga now. Big beluga fan. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna not touch the pitch. I'm just gonna let the pitch do its thing. You got the iridescent skin on the Type 10. That probably would be pretty cool. Yeah, for this first round, I'm not gonna touch the stick at all. Let's just see how it goes. I still might need to do a little bit of stick touching. I need to flick that stick a little bit. But we'll see how it goes. Because now that my pitch has kind of come up, I think that ends up, my thrusters end up working against me a little bit. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Because it's more about altitude control than attitude control, from how I understand it. So right now I'm just turning a dial, and Plater probably knows what dial. It's the dial around the E button on the X52. I'm just kind of I use that as a vertical thrust axis, so I can kind of fine tune it. And if I can still get it pretty fast, this attitude will actually work good for a pitch up and climb. I should be able to just go FA on and recover. That's looking pretty good. I think I'm a little slow, so probably didn't optimize this perfect. I'll have to work on that. I'll have to figure out what works. But I mean, for first run, and we're looking at thinking 4,000 is a competitive speed, this ain't too bad. So I'll have to just, work on it from there. No, Bernard. It's to go fast as possible and survive. So you don't have to land. But I'm going to get pretty close to the surface on this. I'm going to get pretty dang close to the surface. So 10 kilometers now. Just want to be like steadily accelerating. So ideally I don't want to have a rebuy. So I can just like reset and do this again. There's 4, 3. Okay, I'm gonna start working on full pitch to slow me down. That's about as close as I want to get on my first run. So high 3,800s. That's pretty good. I didn't see exactly what it got up to, but that's high 3,800s. I'm pretty satisfied with that. I'm sure I could have gotten maybe a little faster with the exact proper technique. So now I got to come to a stop. So easiest way for me to do this one-handed is to go boop, and then just hit 0 throttle and just wait. So I think I think we could hit 4,000. I'm thinking next time I'm gonna try to adjust my pitch as I'm coming down to try to keep it as close to 0 as I can. But that's about the right idea, and I could probably get a little closer to the surface. But with these practice runs, I'd rather spend more time dropping in versus having rebuys. And I'll stop my upward thrusting. That'll slow me down as well. And now that flight assist on, I can just kind of do that and get myself at 0 again. It can. Here's the thing, you really just need to, you're basically just dropping and adjusting your vertical thrust. Like I was multi-curing with Sanderling. He's the winner of the last one, and he was trying to set a record over the highest G planet that we know so far. He's trying to set a personal record, and he was doing it like just completely pitched down, just using reverse thrusters to adjust his, vertical speed. So the attitude doesn't necessarily, I don't think the attitude is super critical, but it could be. I think you might get a little more acceleration if you're completely pitched level or slightly pitched down, because your thrusters will also be working forward in that case, It might be Big Chunga. I don't know. It's like west of Colonia on the galaxy map is where he was at. It might have been Big Chunga. All right, so that's run number 1. So that's high 3,800s. Yeah, it was like 9.9 plus. And I don't know, what did he spend like 6 hours doing it? Yeah. And it like broke the terrain once he got up to like over 30,000 meters per second. A vaping sheep crater there. Nice. There's a Tato-shaped crater at Strong G, because I landed their FA off once, but the first attempt didn't go so good. Yeah, first attempt didn't go so good. I think I could go a little lower than I did on that run and be okay. I could get a little closer to the surface. Alright, so let's get back. And I'm not really super worried about where exactly I am over the planet. I just want to get back to my altitude. And drop right there. Boom. Full burn ass first. That's, yeah. So you really want to come in more like how I was coming in, but like don't have as much forward speed. You know what I'm saying? You want to come in like pancake style, but don't pancake it. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so now I got myself set up for run the second. I'm going to take a quick break, so I'll be like fully ready to go. So I'll be right back in a second. I gotcha. So you're going ass. So vaping, you're going ass first to try like teabag him or something. That was the deal. I understand that. All right, here we go. And this time I'm going to try to keep the pitch around 0, so I will correct as necessary. Oh yeah, that's a nice acceleration there. It's a very nice acceleration. That's looking pretty good. Nope, definitely need to keep up thrusting. Because basically you wanna make sure that you're accelerating as fast as possible, a good rate. So I'm full up thrusters right now, and then once it kind of slows down, then I'll reduce the up thrusters momentarily. Try to get on a good middle ground. At least with this contest, it's not too long of a drop, you know? I mean, you can drop from higher, and the higher you drop, the more speed you can pick up, but it's like... I think for these contests, it's better to just have the parameters for the altitude and stuff. Alright, let's try to keep myself on a good attitude. Nice attitude. Nice attitude. There we go. So now I'm reducing my up thrust a little bit, and I'm accelerating faster. And then I'll increase my up thrust a little bit and keep accelerating at about that same rate. I just want to keep that rate nice and high. It'd be nice if there's a acceleration rate meter. I'm sure someone who's a smarty pants could build a tool for it, but I ain't that committed or that tech savvy. So you could probably build a tool to like try to optimize your acceleration. That's looking actually pretty good right there. So now I'm back to full thrust up. And pitch is looking nice. I'm just kind of modulating the thrust a little bit here. This is looking pretty good. Pitch is nice. Pitch is actually staying right on the money. That's kind of the advantage of setting yourself up flight assist on. You can get everything kind of equalized. And then I basically just only adjusted pitch, and I was able to get everything pretty equalized. Because I think from what Primetime was saying, you don't really want to go much above 0 like I was last time. So hopefully this will work out a little better. Alright, now I'm full up thrust and I'm getting some good acceleration on this. There's like a window you gotta kind of stay within for optimal acceleration. That's looking pretty nice. Alright, definitely gonna... Oh yeah, there we go. See how... Oh, and I hit the limit of it right there, so now I'm gonna go full thrust up. There you go. See how that number's climbing really fast now? That's what I want to see. I want to try to get it climbing as fast as possible. And I think you can go a little bit by the space dust too. So right now I think it's a good, the space dust is looking pretty nice too. And I'm gaining a little bit of pitch, so I might make an adjustment to that, but it's not getting nearly as high pitch as it was before. So I might not, but maybe I should. I'll go for it. I'll go for a little pitch adjustment. Okay, that is... trying to get it perfect here. Trying to get it perfect here. Oh, stick, why can't you be less sensitive? Okay, I think that'll be pretty okay. Pretty okay right there. I'll take that. Oop. The game was like freezing there for a little bit. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty nice. Looking pretty good. Now, Primetime is saying is once you get leveled out, boost a little bit, and you can get like a little bit more speed, but I don't know, man. Just going for speed, Tog. Just going for speed. Which makes it kind of easier than Bumbelli. Alright, I'm going to pitch up just slightly. We going fast. We're going real fast. Alright, that could be pretty good setup right now. I'm not going to hit 4,000, unfortunately. 4,000 is kind of my goal. Ain't going to happen. But this is about what I did the first time. So I think I just got to get better at modulating the speed. I'm going to get within 10 meters, though. So we leveling out. And we going fast. Oh, we going real fast. Going fast. Oh, we going fast. I'm losing speed now. It's over. Run's over. I'm climbing. So it's like high 38s again. I needed to just be like a little more bold and let it keep going. I just need to go a little bit better. Alright, I'm gonna try for this. I think this is how Sanderling does it. Little J-turn action. Yeah, we going fast. We going pretty fast. Nope. Game skipped there for a second. Always makes me nervous. Whoop. Yeah, it's getting a little frame ratey. There you go. Just to get myself completely still. So that was still not... That's still like a... I think it's a pretty competitive run, honestly. I could probably do a little bit better in the beginning stages. So let's go try it again. Let's go try her again.
Ready to engage. 3, 2, 1, engage.
And I'll just go the opposite way, since there's not really, you know, it's not really a set place to drop in on. I mean, ideally I get it so I can drop into a crater, basically. That would be the ideal. Oh, there's my 200. Alright, so go 0 on that. And I'll start at 0 and go from there.
Flight assist.
I think maybe I should have started up thrusting sooner. Like once I hit my max speed, I should have been up thrusting. So I think I'm gonna lose a little bit because of that. But just to be safe, let's go like this. There we go. That makes me climb just a little bit, get myself on a better angle potentially. This is quite nice, this setup, because you can just kind of keep going from wherever, you know. You don't have to set up over a set target. Makes the runs a little bit quicker to do. Not as much reset time required. I'm going to pitch down slightly. And I think by the end that will set me up really nice. Alright, I think by the end that should kind of set me up a little nicer on pitch. So I just want to try to make, you know, spend as little time possible making pitch corrections, so I can really just focus on my rate of acceleration and adjust my thrusters. Oh, you know what I should be doing? I should be monitoring the repair request channel. I don't know if that screwed up my run because I just clicked off screen. It seemed like it did, but we'll see how it goes. Because I wouldn't mind doing a repair on stream if that's a thing that happens. The seal signal goes out. Okay, a little bit less Vertical thrust to try to keep that acceleration going. Pitch is looking real nice. Can you fix a broken canopy? Not when it's completely broken. But I believe if it's like partially, if it's not shattered yet, you can repair it using an AFMU. I believe, don't quote me on that, but I think that's a thing. But if it's completely broken, you're out of luck. You're on your life support. So you better have them synthesis mats, girl. And an A-rated life support is great. Okay, am I right? Okay, thank you, Baze. Because I know Baze has done a lot of Thargoid stuff, so he would probably know. Gotcha. All right, well, that's good to know. So as a hull seal, basically, I'm just responsible for hull, and then maybe finding the materials for a AFMU synthesis, which is why I got the mining laser out, so we can go drop into a ring system. And even without a prospector, you can just kind of blind mine until you get what you need. You know, you get all the basics, I believe, in there. I think you get what you need for like a basic refill. Yeah, those are pretty good pitch settings, so hopefully by the time I'm done, that pitch should be right around 0. Might have to make another slight correction to get it really good, because it's coming up just below 1%. It's slowly increasing. Oh jeez. That's not a smart thing to do. I wouldn't recommend, for sure. Can't say I'd recommend doing that. I'm usually start repairing my FSD when it gets below 80. I actually think for the rest of the trip I'm gonna avoid neutrons and just take a little bit slower path. Just 'cause I'm not really super interested in tagging neutrons anymore. Oh, yeah, well, that'll do it. That'll do it. That'll put your FSD at 56%. For sure. That'll do it. That'll do it. Ooh, this might work out really good, because I got this crater to work with. I got this crater to work with here. This could be a good one. Because I can dip into this crater. That's what I was telling Sandro to do if he's going to set the record on that, the Chungus one, whatever the thing was. It's like, dude, you should find a crater, you should dip into the crater. But he's like, you know, I'll be going so fast that I'm not probably not going to be able to pull out of the crater. I was like, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. You'll start getting malfunctions below 80%. So that's the thing. That's why I usually will wait till 80% to fix it, because above that you're not really going to get malfunctions, but below 80% you can start to get them. Or at least that's in my experience. That's what you'll start to get, the malfunctions. Yeah, I'm not sure if the repair limpets do canopy as well. That's something I'd have to ask the boys, the wholesale boys and girls. Ooh, this could be really nice. I wish I would have hit this canyon a little later. But here's the thing. How low do I go into this canyon? How low do I dare go? I'm thinking by that middle ejector rock is when I should start pulling out. See, because I'm actually gaining altitude. No, actually I'm losing. No, yeah, I'm kind of gaining and losing altitude. It's crazy. How low do I dare go? How low does the tater go? I'm going to pitch up just a little bit so I can get ready to pull out of this thing. Get ready to pull out. I'm going to hit 4,000. I want to hit 4,000. I want to hit 4. I want to hit 4. Yeah, I hit 4. So far, I got record-breaking run right now. If I can pull out. because the rest of the thing's gonna come up pretty fast. How late do I save it? I'm gonna do it right meow. 460. Come on, baby, you can do this. You can do it. You can do it, baby. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. You can do it. My heart is beating so fast right now. I think I got it, though. I got it. I got it. I'm going to make it out. That's the ticket right there. Find you a crater. Find you a crater that loves you. That's my best one so far. I'm gonna have to remember this. Okay, 14 and 90 is where this crater is. Close to it, anyway. That's gonna be the ticket right there to a good run. Because that's definitely my best run, and it's only because I had that extra altitude to work with the crater. And I'll just play it. I'll play it the safe way for slowing down. Get a little climbing while I'm at it. So yeah, I think that's going to be my technique. I got to find a decent crater and drop it so that I'm going to try to hit into that crater. That was just kind of serendipitous that I was, you know, over that particular crater, which is a nice crater. And at this point, I essentially have it. It's just a matter of waiting to slow down to get to, you know, to meet the requirement of the bowl. So that was into the 4,000s, 4,060 something, I think. So that's pretty good. That's about what I'm looking for. Yeah, that's about what I'm looking for. I will take that. That is a nice run. It's just a matter of waiting to slow down. Like, I could do it like I did the other time, do Sandwing's J-turn technique. But this is the safe way to do it. This is the safe way to slow down. As the way I recommend most people do it. Just let your flight assist take care of it for you. Once you get the altitude, let flight assist take care of it for you. Boom, you're down to 0. Run complete. Videotape it. Go back to your tape. Go back to your recording and get your screenshots from your recording. Because you're going to be able to go frame by frame and get the top speed that you got instead of trying to like do that while you're trying to fly the frickin' ship. Highly recommended, you know, get OBS at the very minimum and take the video like that. I got Shadow Play, that's probably what I'm going to use. But OBS is free. Most people's computers can at least run that. It's not like super, I don't think it's like super hardcore. Now let's see real quick. Let's do a little scouting from the map here. Do we have any wicked nice craters? Okay, so that's where I'm at. Where was the crater that I dropped into? Yeah, Rocket Powered Hillbilly. There's a star right there. Star, 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 star. I mean, granted, that's just how they show up, you know. They're not actually like this far away from each other, but that's just how they show up. Let's go to the orrery. Let's go to the orrery. So that's star C. That's star A. Where's star B? That's star B. So they're not like super far away. So there's A. Wait, where's B? Where's B? There's C. Where's B? Am I just a dum-dum and can't... Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. Where's B? Where'd B go? Okay, that's C. That's A. Where's B? Or am I just a dum-dum? That's AB. That's AB. Where's B? Am I just dumb and can't see it? There's A. Is that B? Right there? Is that B? Or no? That's B. B's right next to A. It's just you gotta zoom in to see it. It must be a teen. Must be yeah. There we go. So there's A. There's B. And then there's C. So yeah, those are actually pretty close together. A and B are. They're very close together. But it doesn't look like it. So it's like you got A and B, and then these are the ones that are orbiting. Basically, these two are like nice and close together, and all these guys are orbiting these two, and then this guy's orbiting these two. Yeah, because the line comes out here. This guy's orbiting these two, and then these guys are orbiting this guy. Got it. Makes sense in my brain piece now. So what was I doing? Yes, I was looking for craters. I was doing some little scouting from orbit. So that's where I am right now. I'm just like looking around the map. That's a nice crater. That's one of the bigger craters. It's a nice deep crater too. I'm just looking for a nice, sexy ejector crater if I can find one. And if not, no big deal. I'll go look for this boy right here. And I think that's the one I'm going to try to like drop into for maximum speed. I mean, heck, that might have been the one that I did drop into, but it could have been also one of these ones. So if it was one of these ones that I dropped into and ended up here, that one's going to be a lot nicer. But it would be super nice if we had a wicked huge ejector crater, but doesn't look like we do. So I think this one's going to be the ticket here. I just got to find this guy's coordinates. And then go from there. So let's say I got the ring. I'm about aligned with the ring. So when I look up in the sky, I should be pretty thin on the ring. And let's zoom in on you one more time. And I'm guessing I'm just going to need to go kind of north, because I'm assuming that's North Pole, that's South Pole. So I'm going to need to go north and east to get to this guy. That's what I'm assuming. So I'm going to go up in Super Cruise and go north and east and try to find that big sexy crater there that I want. Yep, okay, so that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense in my brain piece.
Frameshift drive charging.
So I'm going to want a heading of about like 030 probably. Most likely. About 030.
3, 2, 1, engage.
So basically I'm just going to pull up and that should get me about the heading I want once I get above the drop zone. Now, based on the Bumbelli drop, I think what I'm going to do is go... I don't know, there's no real waypoint. I wish there was like a waypoint system. I'm going to try to go like about 1.5 kilometers away from that crater and drop into the crater. Yes, Rocket Powered Hillbilly. Those stars are actual places you can go in the game. I mean, it's derived from the galaxy map data and put on the skybox. But yep, those are places you can go. I'm out of orbital cruise. I went too far. All right, let's get about 030. It should be a crater, a nice big boy crater up. No. See, those two right there look pretty nice. But I gotta reference that. See if I can. All right, I see that spot. Let's see if I can reference those two craters. Okay, there's a couple double craters. Ugh. All right, well this big one's right on the shadow line right now, so I can go by the shadow line to find it. Am I just taking images? What do you mean? Oh, there's the crater right there. I could see it. Right now, I'm speed bowling. I'm not really. I mean, I will be taking images of my run times eventually, but I'm just practicing right now. So I think that's the crater I want to go for right there. Alright, so speed bowling is using gravity to go really, 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 really fast. Like wicked fast. Like faster than you can normally go in normal space. So if you haven't seen speed bowling, you're about to see speed bowling once I kind of get myself set up here. Ooh, that might be that's the crater right there, actually. I think that's the one. That looks like a... Is that it? So what I'm doing is I'm trying to find a crater so I can go on my descent as I'm picking up speed. I can descend a little lower than the normal surface if I find a crater. So you can kind of game the numbers. You can game the parameters for the speed bowl. Okay, that's probably not it, actually. Let's see here. And if you're on Distant Worlds, Rocket Powered, just feel free to do this. It's open to everybody, all skill levels. You know, you don't need any special ship or anything. You can do this in any ship. Some ships you might get a certain advantage of being able to get a little bit more initial acceleration, but for the most part, you can do this in any ship. Alright, I kind of like that double crater there, so that's kind of what I'm going to aim for then this run. Using my mouse to kind of look around like this. Get myself lined up for that double crater. You do have to do a little flight assist off flying though, so that is a requirement. But I'll show you how to set it up, and the way I do it's fairly easy. Ideally, you should have if you have an analog source that you can use for like an analog axis. I don't know what you're playing on, but if you have an analog axis you can use for a vertical thruster, you could do it on a game controller like an Xbox 360 controller with like a trigger. Okay, you got a Warthog? Perfect. You probably have something you could modify on that to get a vertical thrust axis. A vertical thrust button will work as well, but you can't fine tune it as easy. So like I'm running an X52 Pro, I have little dials on my throttle, and I'm using one of the dials to adjust my vertical speed. So right now I'm going to drop out normal space, slow down to 0, and the parameters for this are okay, but is it like a hat switch? Oh, see, I got a little high on this one, so I got to actually lose a little altitude. There we go. Oops, I know why I'm gaining altitude, because I have my vertical thrust set. That's not good. I gotta adjust this real quick. Ugh.
Flight assist off. Flight assist on.
There you go. So like if you have a hat switch, that's a button that makes it either so. Okay, that will work. That will work. 'Cause that's an analog. That's an analog. So basically you want something to be able to really finely control your thrust settings. So now what you got to do is get yourself set up at the proper altitude, which is what I'm doing right now. You got to start 200 kilometers above the surface or lower. And you can go down as low as you feel like you can get safely, but you have to survive. And you just try to pick up as much speed as you can on your way down. So I'm just very trying to get myself so that my altimeter reads 200 kilometers. But just very gently using my thrusters. Okay, so I got 200 kilometers. I'm below 200 kilometers, technically. So now what I'm going to do is boost forward. Just zero throttle. I'm going to use my boost button to get going. Once I'm up to speed, flight assist off. I'm going to let myself start to free fall a little bit to pick up some vertical speed. And then once I picked up some vertical speed in the down direction, then I'll start using my up thrust to kind of control my descent rate and try to achieve the fastest acceleration possible. So there's like a kind of like a glide angle you want to achieve to get the fastest acceleration you can get. So here goes. So I'm going to boost, get up to max speed, flight assist off, one more boost, and now I'm going to start descending, and see now my speed's going up and up and up and up and up very fast. So now right now I have my thrust set to full up because I'm getting a really nice acceleration, and I'm basically touching nothing else. Just setting my my vertical thrusters. The nice thing about this X52 is it's got this dial. I can kind of set it, and my hands aren't doing anything right now. I'm just letting it glide. And you want to kind of keep your pitch at 0 or below, anywhere from like 0 to like -30 or something. I think Primetime Casual's got an instructional video on it. He's pretty experienced at it. Also, Sanderling is very experienced at it. He's the best one of us so far. And now, since I'm starting to slow down a bit, I'm just turning down the thrust, and then I'm bringing it back up. And now, since my pitch is getting a little high, I'm going to just pitch down slightly and try to... I'm going to go for like a -2 or 3 at this point, and try to get that kind of stabilized. Because your flight assist off, so you got to kind of counteract your pitch movements and all that. So I just want it to be not changing my pitch. So I'm just making some small inputs to try to get it balanced out here. That's pretty close. I'm actually not quite level, but this should be okay. It should be okay. Yeah, it should be okay. We use this technique when we're having a competition. Basically, it's all for fun. It's all for fun. Speak of the devil and he shall appear. There's Primetime Casual hopping online. So you know, like the buckyball racers, it's kind of like similar to that. So now all I'm doing right now is just trying to make sure that my speed is increasing as fast as I can get it to increase. Highest rate of increase as possible. And if you see that crater in front of me, I'm going to try to dip down into that crater to be able to use the maximum amount of altitude to pick up speed. I think my last run I made it up to about mid 4,000 meters per second. So I'm going to try to beat that. I'd like to hit 4,100. That's my new goal. So if you stop accelerating, you want to reduce your vertical thrust and then increase it again once you start accelerating faster. Just want those numbers ticking up as fast as possible. And I think if this run goes good, then I'll know I'm pretty much ready for tomorrow and Saturday. So I want to spend too much energy doing this. This one's looking pretty decent. I feel like I'm a little high for that crater though, so I don't know if I might overshoot it. We'll see how it goes though. Yeah, dude, like, I think Dr. Dell's the one who found this. Yeah, Dr. Dell, yep. So, it's not that bad. Not that bad place to do this. Oh, hey, BC. Are you coming out here to do some speed bowling this weekend? Yeah, I think I'm a little crooked. I feel like I'm rolled to the right slightly. But it should be okay. Should be fine. I thought you did. Did you not do speed bowling over Bum Valley? Did you not do that? Evening, Nix. How you doing? Yeah, I think I'm gonna be high for this crater. I don't know. Maybe I won't. Oh, you should try it. It's not too hard. You can do it in any ship. Recommend a ship that can change direction pretty fast, which is always good. I'm doing good, Nix. I had a pretty good run. My last bowling run was good, and I'm looking to increase it on this one, but I think I'm a little high for this crater. Well, it's easy. All you do is you start from your starting altitude, you boost, go flight assist off, and then just use vertical thrust. See, I have no forward thrusters going right now. It's all vertical thrust. You just use that to keep accelerating using gravity, and you basically start to break the game. Yeah, this is going to be too high for that crater. Should have started further away. I don't know. It's a double crater though. Like I lined up with it because it looked like a double crater. I mean, you can do it in any ship, BC. Just make sure you stop at Explorer's Anchorage before you come out here. Because if it's your first time, you might eat a rebuy. It's a distinct possibility. It is fun. It's a little boring because it's a long wait, but at least with these competitions we have, the starting altitude means you don't have to be bowling for super long. You know, I'd say it's like maybe 10-15 minutes a run, so it's not too bad. Versus like Sanderling going 6 hours trying to break his own record, going over 30,000 meters per second. You know, that takes a while to get up to that speed. Yeah, see, I'm too high, way too high for this crater. I should be a good 20 kilometers lower at this point. So, I don't know. Let's see how it goes. See how low as I can goes. Kind of helps once you can see the vertical speed indicator and kind of get an idea of where that's at. Helps you judge your thruster inputs. Yeah, this ain't looking too good. I'm not gonna be able to break my speed. This might be the rebuy right here. This might be the rebuy. rebuy. Maybe. Yep, the final start now, it's going to be a rebuy. It might still be a rebuy, actually. Oh, this ain't looking good. Oh, this ain't looking good. This ain't looking good. Oh, I think I got it. I think I'm going to make it. 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 That's a close shave right there. Not the closest shave, but... So that might have been second or third best so far. So ideally what I gotta do is find kind of like a good... There's no, waypoints to judge the crater, the distance from the crater by. So I gotta kind of figure out like a way to eyeball it. Because that last one I did, I wasn't planning on going into a crater, and it worked out really nice. So if I can find a way to, get that figured out by sight, I should be good to go. Because I was way too high coming over the edge of that crater. Ideally, I want to hit pretty close to the lip of the crater, go down into it, and then, hit the bottom at the lowest point of the crater, and then climb back out on the, coming around the other side of the crater. So for that, I was a little too high. But ideally, I'll hopefully be able to replicate the run I had before, and that'll be a pretty nice one. Hopefully it'll be competitive enough. And I can shut down my vertical thrusters there. See where I ended up relative to that crater. While this is slowing down. I think maybe that's the crater I was going for, and this is the crater that I wanted to go for. Yeah, this is the boy I want to go for, I think, because it's a pretty big one. Maybe I could just find that one by sight and just drop that way. Maybe. Just drop that way. Maybe. Alright, that would be... That's roughly south from where I'm at. Let's see if I can see it from here. Actually, I gotta get up to altitude again. That's the thing. See if I can see it out there. Not as good a view out this ship. It's like the Diamondback or the Asp, that's for sure. Oop, too high. Overshot it a little bit. That looks like a decent crater over there. That might be too close though. That one's too close. That might be my boy right over there. Oops, I gotta gain altitude again though. Come on, give me 200. Give me 200. There it is. Alright, so let's see. Which one looks nicer? That's pretty close. Hopefully I didn't lose altitude there because I'm thrusting backwards. Alright, let's go do... Start from 0. And go boost.
Flight assist off.
We'll do this. Hopefully that's a good heading. That's actually looking pretty nice. Still probably going to be a little too high for that crater. I think it's going to have to be like right on the horizon, but at least beyond that crater is kind of flat, and there's a little tiny crater past it too, but I don't think I'm going to make that. Yeah, I think one of the craters off to the right would have been better, but oh well. Now the other way you could do this, instead of starting over a crater, you could start over like a high point, technically. Game it a little bit like, you know, that way. I need to just adjust my pitch slightly. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Yeah, at this rate it looks like I'm going to completely miss that crater. But ideally it's good to get yourself set up and play assist on like I'm doing. That way you don't really have to touch your pitch controls as much. Like that's basically the only thing I've adjusted was pitch. Just get everything kind of stabilized, slightly nose low. I'm just making small thruster corrections. Yeah, that's a really nice view now that star's behind the rings. This might be the prime location or prime direction to drop just for the view. You can see my pitch is kind of going up, and that's pretty normal. I'm gonna go ahead and pitch down slightly. Give myself a little leeway here. So ideally I'm gonna want my pitch around 0 at the end. I was just kind of trying to time it so that it works out that way, ideally. definitely going to be way over that crater. But that's a pretty decent acceleration. It's like 2/3 of the way there. And I've got 3/4 of my max speed. Devil Dolls arrived, apparently. Is that whose that is? Did I read that correctly? Yeah, Devil Doll. I have them on my friends list, or are they just in the? They're just in the system. I think Sanderling was also planning on doing this in Beagle Point, unless we're gonna skip doing it at Beagle Point and just do it here. I don't know if there's a planet like this at Beagle Point. I've never been to Beagle Point, so I wouldn't know. This run and doesn't seem to be shaping up super great. Man, if I was just a little bit more to the right, I could maybe hit that crater a little bit. But I'm not going to hit it. Yeah, I'm not going to hit it at super good speed if I can't use a crater. I gotta contend with that little crater rim now. Crap. Didn't calculate that into the plan. This might be a rebuy. This might be a rebuy, folks. Oh! 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 Ah! Jesus! What's going on? Hello?
Flight assist on.
Oh! 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 Woo! It's a good thing I'm a hull seal. Let me just do this real quick. Let me just do you know, let me just do that thing real quick. I'm not dead because good hull. Oh, did I not take off my good hull? No, I never put on my good haul. So yeah, this is basically just... Oh, I never did my power priorities. Oops. I don't want my thrusters to shut off if I pull out my hard points. Not on this planet. I'm being super smart right now. Smarter than your average tater right here, tell you what. Oh, Lord. I didn't even have 4 pips to shields, and I somehow survived that? I don't know how I survived that. Oh, boy. Oh, God. Where's my fuel scoop? Cargo hatch. That's fine. Cargo hatch is going to be 3. No, fuel scoop would be 5. Cargo hatch should be part 3. Yeah, because that's 4. Cargo hatch should be 3. Parallel controller 3. Shaft launcher 2. Shield booster 2. Shield booster 2. Alright, now my thrusters shouldn't shut off. They shouldn't shut off when I pull out my hard points. I didn't put a planetary vehicle hangar in here. How am I? What else am I missing here? What am I missing here? I mean, I could just shut off. That could be right there. That would be part of that one, right? Alright, cool. Cool. Oh, I have a pulse wave anvil. That's what I got. Pulse wave anvil. That's why I'm using so much freaking power. It's that guy. That's the 3% that I don't need. That should be a heatsink launcher. Alright, now I gotta figure this out again. Okay, so there's that. Take that off. Take mining lance will be on 2. Plasma accelerators will be on 1. Paralympic control will be on 2. Comp scanner on 1. And I guess that's it. I think I'm good. It's a good thing I'm a hull seal. But I think I'm gonna give myself a little patch, and I'm gonna head back to Explorer's Anchorage, and we're never gonna speak of this. But of course we're gonna speak of it, because that was too hilarious. That was way too hilarious. Oh, and thank you, Mike, for redeeming the things. My brother is on it. Yeah, however much this repair Olympic gets me, that should get me back to Explorer's Anchorage. Oh, galaxy map chugging. Yeah, dude, Courier is a good choice. You get a lot of initial acceleration. It helps. You get a lot of initial acceleration. All right. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, that'll totally help you out. It's a good initial acceleration. It helps to be a little bit more competitive. I'm looking to be I'd like to be top 10. That's kind of my goal for this. I'd like to be top 10. I wonder if that plotted without my booster. I think it plotted with my booster. Yeah, it plotted with my booster. Otherwise I wouldn't be doing 51 jumps. 51 light year jumps. So Lord Tywin is like, don't take anything extra. I'm glad I took the Repair Olympic controller. So far it was 4,060 something, I think. I'll have to go back and watch it. So that one wasn't the best, but for that one that was 4,060 something, I dipped into a crater to be able to get the extra altitude to get that fast. So that's a thing. I'm gonna go ahead and scoop up all this fuel here, and then that should be most of what I need. This thing runs a little hot. I gotta remember to take off that extra junk when I get over there. Did I turn off the mining laser? Yeah, turn off the mining lance. Yeah, pulse wave analyzer though, that'll save me quite a bit on power, I think. Completely forgot I had that on there for mining. Yeah, I mean, more G's, more better, you know? The amount of G's is going to kind of determine how fast you can get. So the more G's, the faster you're going to go. Oh, hello. Oh, hey, Bog, what's up? Alright, now I got to turn around because I have an audience. We're going back. I was going to go repair. We're going back, though. We're going back. We're gonna do one more speedball for the bog raid. Speedball, you gonna come do this, Bog? You're out here on Distant Worlds. You don't know what speedballing is? Are you kidding? It's only the most fastest sport in the Milky Way galaxy, where we achieve game-breaking speeds and almost blow up. You'll get a practical demo here in a second. Once I, what did I do? Did I not make it? Yeah, there we go. That's where I want to go. Did I jump away? Oberetin, thank you very much for following. Welcome. Yeah, I think I jumped away from it. Now I'm jumping back to it. So you just missed it. I survived at 1% hull. And that's why my hull's sitting at 40% right now. Yeah, dude. That's how I roll, cuz like I got that mediocre internet. So to save bandwidth, I just run it all off MP3s. Yeah, BC clipped it for me. But I'm back up to 40% hull because I'm a hull seal and I come prepared. So we'll go run back there. Maybe we'll run one or two more repair lipids. Maybe I won't though, because if I blow up, it doesn't really matter that much. Moda M3, thank you for following. Welcome. Prepare to see a Phantom go fast. Actually, I should probably pick up a little fuel. Yeah, upside down knows what's up.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
And Random Axe knows. Okay, one jump out there. Donir, I'm gonna pronounce your name like that because Leet speak. And Shin909, thank you very much for following. Welcome. Got some bright boys right there. And then it's this guy right here is the one we want to go to. And I'm doing this mostly one-handed, using my left hand with care. Hey MK, how's it going, dude? Yeah, but the next, it's like new engineering is more consistent. Of course, this is also gimped heavily because I got weapons and stuff on here. Oh, it should be a 2, right? Yeah, it should be a 2. I basically just don't want my all my critical systems to go off if I run out of power. Chauffeur7, thanks for following, dude. Welcome. Alright, so we'll drop in here. I'll just drop into a random spot. My third run I did was really good because I ended up descending into a crater. So I was able to gain a little bit of altitude because I was descending below the normal, the normal surface. So that worked out very good. But I'll just try to come down here and we'll just kind of drop in wherever. And if I eat a rebuy, no big deal. They'll just send me back to Explorer's Anchorage. Assuming I don't have any fines. Okay, yeah, I don't have fines. That's a good thing to figure out ahead of time. Alright, so slow down here. Try to find a good spot on this guy. Grimnir, thank you for following, dude. Welcome. I've seen you around. That's a name I know. Yeah, that sucks. I mean, you could go to Colonia. You could go to Colonia. I actually engineered these plasma accelerators, and Colonia had some pins, though. That's the catch. I had some pinned recipes for them. All right, so let's take a look, see if we can't see any good craters. Let's go a little faster. Yep, currently on Distant Worlds 2 with my main account. My alt account was still in the bubble, doing bubble stuff every now and then. Alright, there's a couple decent craters here. I think that double crater looks kind of nice. That might work out kind of good. Yeah, let's maybe go for that double crater. So right there in the corner. Yeah, dude. I'm not sure if you can get a grade 5 FSD, but if you have one pinned, you can at least finish it there. Yeah, dude. Decode, you'll get there in no time. We're not too far away. If you're not hardcore exploring, if you're just kind of following the waypoints, you'll get there in no time. All right, so basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn around and try to line up with those craters, which are kind of over that way. I can't see them right now. Word. That's not a bad call. All right, so where are those craters at? Right about there. Kind of see them. Yeah, that should mostly work. Now I got to get the right altitude. So for the Distant Worlds Bowl, or the Distant Bowl, so they're calling it Distant Worlds Speed Bowl. Got a couple parameters that you need to meet for your starting and finishing. So the first parameter is you need to start at 200 kilometers above the surface or less. So that's first thing you gotta do. I'm losing sight of those craters, but I'm gonna assume they're just on the horizon. I'm hopefully gonna just make it over to that. So right now I'm just doing a nice shallow descent, and then once I hit 200 kilometers, I'll drop into normal space. And I just kind of want to be pretty level with the horizon to start out. And you have to do this flight assist off. There's no other way to do it. But if you get yourself stabilized, it's not too hard. There's only a couple things you need to deal with, mainly being your pitch and your vertical thrusters. And ideally, if you have a analog stick, or like in my case I have an X52 Pro, I have some dials, and so I dial in my thrust. So right now I'm just slowing down, trying to get it exactly at 200. Nope, overshot it slightly, so just pitch up. There we go, there's 200. So all it has to do is read 200 on there and drop right here. Yeah. So you start at 200 kilometers, and ideally you want to videotape this. You can just do it with screenshots, but if you have, you can get OBS for free. If you have NVIDIA Shadowplay, record it and then pull your screenshots from the video. It's a lot easier. That way you don't have to focus on screenshotting while you're trying to fly. Frees you up a little bit. So now what you need to do, since we're in our starting position, you'd get a screenshot from here. Has the game clock in it and all, all that. And then I'll leave my thrust at 0. I'll just boost to pick up speed. Once I've picked up speed, go flight assist off. You'll start to drop a little bit. And once we're kind of getting close to maxing out on speed, you're going to want to start thrusting up. And you're not going to want to have full thrust up the whole time. You're going to want to kind of adjust your vertical thrust so that your speed on your speedometer there is accelerating as fast as possible all the time. It slows down, the faster you get. So you just want to kind of practice to there's like a sweet spot you want to hit where your speedometer is taking up as fast as it can go. And if you can dip down into a crater at the end, that gives you just a little bit more altitude to work with. And so you got to get within 10 kilometers of the surface. Ideally you get like a lot lower than that, at least within a kilometer or lower. Before you start boosting, you go full thrust up, boost, and I tend to pitch up about 5 to 10 degrees to get my boost working to slow me down, as well as give me a little bit of start increasing my altitude, stopping the descent. And then after that, you can continue to decelerate using thruster techniques with flight assist off, or once you gain altitude and you're stabilized, you can just turn flight assist off, 0 throttle, and wait for the ship to stop. So parameters, start at 200 kilometers, go below 10 kilometers, and then come to a complete stop, no blowing up. So if you blow up, it doesn't count. So here we go. I'm going to start it now. So I'm going to get some speed going. The second boost, turn flight assist off. And I'm going to start picking up speed above the ship's max speed. And now I'm going to start using vertical thrust to counteract my initial downward acceleration. So it's almost like we're trying to pick up speed, getting towards orbital velocity. We'll never get orbital velocity in time, not from this altitude, but that's kind of what you're doing. And what I like to do is the ship, even if you start at 0 degrees, it will tend to pitch up as you go down. So I tend to just pitch down a little bit, and I want when I level out at the bottom, I want the ship to be right at 0. So maybe started around 4 degrees is looking pretty good, and I just am only using my pitch to just try to get everything stabilized like that. I'm gonna have to make some adjustments on the way down. So like right now, speed's picking up pretty good. Maybe use a little bit less vertical thrust now. See, now my speedometer's picking up a lot faster now. Yeah, see how fast that's going now? So I'm just using less vertical thrust to get it to accelerate. And if it stops accelerating, you're either climbing or you're descending too quickly. See right there how it slowed down? Now I'm going full vertical thrust to get it to continue to accelerate fast. And now I'm using maybe 90% vertical thrust. I have a little dial that I can fine tune it really good. RandomAc5, thank you very much for following. I hope you're finding this educational. Alright, so yep, so I'm going full up thrust to keep that acceleration going. And I'll probably end up pitching down at some point, but as long as you're kind of below 0 degrees pitch, you're doing pretty good. Yeah, we're basically, it's a gravity assist thing. So we're breaking the game by using gravity. And this planet's got about 4 Gs at the surface. The more Gs you have, the better you can accelerate. But this is kind of like a good balance between, it's high enough G that we can speedbowl effectively, and it's not too far away from Explorer's Anchorage. It's only 9 jumps for me. At like, you know, about a 50 light year jump range. So it works out for a good amount of people. Versus like trying to go 3,000 light years to get to a spot, you know. And this takes a little time. I'd say it takes like 10-15 minutes per run. So it's a little time consuming. So you want to try to set everything up as best you can ahead of time. And all I'm doing is just adjusting my vertical thrust, try to get the best acceleration possible. And my target speed, my best so far has been about 4,060-ish. So I'm looking for 4,100 now. That's my next target speed. I'm just going to pitch down slightly here. Yeah, EDSM can be very helpful. But a lot of it's just like jumping around and looking for, yeah, planets with high Gs. High G landable is exactly random act. Yep, higher gravity, the higher the gravity, the better. And this planet just happened to be kind of nearby. Explorer's Anchorage, decent gravity. You could do this on any planet, I guess, but it's going to be better on a higher G planet. A good place to practice in the bubble would be like Achenar. I think it's got a 6G planet. That's a good place to go practice. I mean, expect to eat some rebuys your first time doing this. Alright, so now I'm going full pitch up. I kind of stopped looking at my speed while I was adjusting the pitch there. And ideally I won't pancake on this one. Is it more than 6? Is it 9 Gs? I thought Achenar was only around 6. There's Strong G that's got like 9 Gs. I thought Achenar was like 6 Gs. I could be wrong. Oh, see, and I stopped accelerating, so now I'm gonna use less vertical thrust. Got a little distracted there. And I'll bring the vertical thrust back in. I'm not looking too bad. I think I'm about the same speed I was for the last run at this altitude. Yeah, take a look, BC. Let me know. Okay, so yeah, 6.7. So that's, yeah. That's like a good, well-known, not too far away from anything in the bubble. But, you know, 3G also works. You know, if you get a 3G planet, it's a good starter planet, I guess. Alright, a little bit less vertical thrust. Try to get it going a little faster. Actually, this is not looking too bad for that crater up ahead. It's right on the horizon there, or it's just below the horizon. That's actually not looking too bad. I might be able to dip into that and get some extra altitude. It's not the bubble. Strong G is not too far away from the bubble. I think Strong G is only like 1,000 light years away, or so, somewhere in there. Because I know I rebide once trying to land on that FA off, which is a great time. That was a great time. I might be able to dip into this crater. I might come up short though, we'll see. Yeah, I think that's something like that. 15,000, yeah, that sounds about right. 15,000 light years sounds about right. It's got a tourist beacon, I know that. Which is super helpful for actually landing on it. Because you can just kind of like, you can get the safe to drop on the tourist beacon. It gets pretty close. Okay, so a little bit pitch down. Right about meow. Right about meow. I think I'm continuing to pitch down a little too much. So I'm going to pitch up slightly. To be very, very smooth. Very smooth with your flight assist off. This is looking nice. Still a little high for this crater. It's a small crater. If I don't hit the lip like perfect. Randomac, thank you for. Oh, Randomac did already follow. Yes, sorry. Hackerbird, thank you for following. I haven't cleared my notifications because I don't want to click off the screen for this. Ooh, this is actually. It's looking kind of good. It's actually looking kind of good. It's looking kind of good, guys. I might clear the rim. I think I'm gonna clear the rim. I'm clearing the rim. I'm clearing the rim. Oh yeah, babe. Now how low do I go? How low do I dare go? This is not a huge crater right here. I'm gonna eat a rebuy if I don't start boosting. Oh, I'm eating a rebuy. Oh, I'm eating a rebuy. I'm eating a rebuy. There it is. That's the rebuy I should have eaten on the last one. So ideally you want a longer crater than that if you're going to try to dip into the crater. But that's the technique to get the max speed. You got to dip into a crater. Well, I wanted to get back to Explorer's Anchorage anyway, so. And luckily this thing's pretty cheap at the moment. So that's the rough way to speed bowl. So at the end you just kind of to boost and pitch up, or you could just pitch level too, would work. I was actually trying to pitch up a little bit so I could try to slow down the forward direction at the same time. But yeah, that's basically it. And then after you're clear of the ground, you just turn flight assist back on is the easy way to do it. Stay level, and you come to a stop, and that's basically how you speed bowl. But that's about all I was gonna do. Unless you guys want to see another one, we can go find someone else to keep this raid trading going. I'll see what's going on, meow. Let's see who's going on. Ooh, I know who we're gonna go see. Alright, so I'm gonna roll the ending credits here. Go ahead and give Asticon some love. We're gonna we're gonna go raid him. And thanks for stopping by. I've been Tato Chip, and if you're gonna speed bowl, go all the way. Don't worry about rebuys. It's worth it. Have a good one.